Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Once upon a time, in a location somewhere in the vast expanse of the North Pole, lived Saint Nicholas, famously known as Santa Claus. He continues to reside there to this day, accompanied by Mrs. Claus, his industrious elves, and his faithful reindeers. Santa, ever true to his nature. Santa was on the cusp of receiving a truly special gift himself. It was on a cold night that an adorable little reindeer entered the world, and he was given the name Rudolph. Yet this little one was not like the other reindeers, as he was born with a distinctive glowy red nose. Rudolph, however, could not comprehend why this very feature made him special. The other reindeers, in their lack of understanding, would often remark, "Have you seen Rudolph? How strange is his nose, so bright and red like a clown, and it is so big. No reindeer has such a big round shiny nose. Look how funny it looks." All the reindeers consistently made fun of Rudolph's nose, oblivious to the profound hurt they inflicted upon him. Rudolph was perpetually sad because he was different and constantly felt excluded. He would lament, "Why did I have to have such a bright red nose? Everyone just makes fun of me, nobody plays with me, I'm good for nothing." Nevertheless, Rudolph was soon to discover that this perceived flaw was in fact a magnificent gift. That fateful night happened to be Christmas Eve, and Santa Claus was in the midst of gathering his reindeers, preparing to embark on his annual journey to fly around the world. Meanwhile, the elves were engaged in their strenuous work. Some were diligently clearing away the snow, while others were meticulously packing Santa's enormous bag with gifts and scrupulously checking the list of naughty and nice children. Santa, urging everyone, declared, "Oh, all right everyone, we don't have much time left before we have to leave." Mrs. Claus inquired about his readiness, asking, Yes, they're all getting ready. What about you? Where's your suit? Have you combed your beard and hair?" Santa assured her, "Oh yes, I am getting ready to do just that. Don't worry, it won't take me very long." Mrs. Claus playfully reminded him, "My dear husband, you only have a few minutes left, and also every year we're having to make the suit bigger and bigger." It was at this critical moment that Peppermint Sticks, Santa's wisest elf, came sprinting towards him, his expression etched with worry and anxiety. Peppermint Sticks urgently conveyed the grim news to Santa and Mrs. Claus. "Mrs. Santa, Mrs. Chewy, I have some bad news. It seems that there is a thick fog all over the world. No thick, even a reindeer's eyes might struggle to see through it." Santa exclaimed with dismay, "Oh my, this is not good. I have to deliver all these presents tonight. All the children of the world are waiting for them. What can we do? Ouch, we have to think of something. We can't just sit here." He pondered aloud, "Will anybody be able to help? Can we attach lights in front? No, the lights will fall off. Maybe we can put the young reindeers in front. Their eyes might be able to see through the fog." Peppermint Sticks countered, "Negative, however young they are, this fog will be far too thick for any of them to see through." Santa then challenged his elf, "Well then, you come up with a plan." Peppermint Sticks, after a moment of thought, announced, "I think I might have found the solution." He then turned to Rudolph and asked, "Hey buddy Rudolph, what plans do you have for tonight? I hope you are free." Rudolph, surprised, replied, "Nothing special." "Santa, how do you know my name?" Santa reassured him, "I know all of my reindeers' names, Mrs. There is Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Dunder and Blixen." Rudolph simply could not believe that Santa knew all the names of his reindeers. Mrs. Claus, still anxious about the time, interjected, "All right, there is Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Dunder and Blixen. What are you doing? There is no time for this." Santa, with a calm demeanor, responded, "Relax, wifey. Rudolph will help us tonight. Champ, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?" Rudolph was utterly taken aback by Santa's unexpected offer. He had not anticipated it at all. He looked at the other reindeers, his expression one of shock, and Mrs. Claus and Peppermint Sticks shared his surprise. Despite their astonishment, Santa was unwavering in his plan. Rudolph, still hesitant, uttered, "I don't think I can. I have no experience." Santa emphatically dismissed his concerns, declaring, "Nonsense, you are perfect. We need you tonight. Come on, Rudolph, lead the way." He then instructed, "Get him ready, Pepper. Pepper and Mrs. Claus, dress Rudolph up like the other reindeers and get him ready." Mrs. Claus, still harboring some doubt, questioned, "Are you sure about this?" Santa, confident in his decision, replied, "Yes, my dear, I have a feeling he and his bright red nose will guide me forever." Then he announced, "Now everyone set to go." "Yeah, wait just a minute." Emphasizing the paramount importance of safety, first Santa called out his reindeers by name: Mrs. On Dasher, on Dancer, on Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen and Rudolph. To the top of the porch. To the top of the wall. Now dash away all. Santa's sleigh began its ascent slowly, then gracefully took off into the vast night sky. Rudolph at the front was nervous, uncertain of what his role entailed. The other reindeers, meanwhile, were glaring at him as they now fully realized how truly special Rudolph was, and felt a deep sense of guilt for all the times they had made fun of him. As the night deepened, the fog grew progressively thicker, making it incredibly difficult for Rudolph and the others to see. Rudolph turned to Santa Claus, who offered him a reassuring smile. At the very moment the fog reached its thickest density, Rudolph, with a surge of determination, closed his eyes, and his nose illuminated. It lit up brighter, even brighter than ever before. It brilliantly lit the way forward for Santa and all the other reindeers. With overwhelming joy they cheered for Rudolph. With the invaluable assistance of Rudolph's bright red nose, and of course the efforts of his other reindeers, Santa was successfully able to deliver every single present to every child on that memorable Christmas night. Santa proudly told Rudolph, "I told you, didn't I? You are my special boy." Santa declared, "You will now always guide my sleigh with your shiny glowy nose. You are my Christmas gift." And so as it came to pass, Rudolph would now forever lead Santa's sleigh, navigating through the night, through dense fog and through heavy snow. Rudolph would always be positioned right in front, illuminating the path to guide them. It is truly amazing how Rudolph, who used to worry so much about his nose, discovered that it turned out to be precisely what made him unique. Thus, the next time you cast your gaze upon the sky and spot Santa's sleigh soaring through the night, be sure to look for Rudolph's bright shiny nose, for he will surely go down in history. Analysis of the narrative. The story of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, as presented in these sources, is a deeply resonant tale that explores themes of different self-acceptance, the power of unique qualities, and the unexpected ways in which challenges can lead to triumph. It begins by establishing the familiar, beloved setting of Santa Claus's North Pole abode, where the bustling preparations for Christmas are underway. This immediately sets a festive and traditional tone, grounding the narrative in a world of magic and goodwill. However, this idyllic scene is soon introduced to a central conflict: Mrs. The birth of Rudolph, a reindeer distinct from all others due to his glowy red nose. This initial divergence from the norm immediately positions Rudolph as an outsider, a figure who, despite being born with a special attribute, initially perceives it as a burden rather than a gift. The narrative then quickly delves into the emotional impact of Rudolph's difference, illustrating how the mockery and exclusion from his peers caused him significant sadness and a profound sense of being good for nothing. This vividly portrays the pain of not fitting in and the internal struggle with self-worth that can arise from perceived flaws. The reindeer's taunts highlight a common human tendency to ridicule what is unfamiliar or different without understanding the intrinsic value or potential of that uniqueness. Rudolph's lament, "Why did I have to have such a bright red nose? Everyone just makes fun of me, nobody plays with me," powerfully conveys his isolation and despair. The story shifts dramatically with the reduction of a critical external challenge misses a thick impenetrable fog threatening to derail Santa's Christmas Eve deliveries. This environmental obstacle serves as a catalyst, creating a desperate situation that conventional solutions cannot resolve. The conversation among Santa Mrs. Claus and peppermint sticks underscores the severity of the problem and the urgency of finding an unconventional answer. This segment masterfully builds suspense and highlights the ingenuity required to overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles. The failure of proposed solutions such as attaching lights or relying on young reindeer's eyesight amplifies the sense of crisis and sets the stage for a truly remarkable intervention. The turning point arrives with Santa's intuitive recognition of Rudolph's potential. Santa's act of knowing Rudolph's name along with the names of all his reindeers establishes his compassionate and all-knowing nature, which likely offers Rudolph a first taste of individual recognition. Despite Rudolph's initial self-doubt and lack of experience, Santa's unwavering belief in him is pivotal. This moment demonstrates the transformative power of belief and encouragement, showcasing how an external validation can empower an individual who has internalized negative perception. The initial surprise and skepticism from Mrs. Claus and peppermint sticks further emphasize the unconventional nature of Santa's choice, making Rudolph's eventual success even more impactful. The climax of the story is the Christmas Eve flight itself, where Rudolph's unique attribute becomes the sole solution to the widespread fog. The narrative meticulously details the initial nervousness and the lingering resentment from the other reindeers, which then transforms into guilt and recognition of Rudolph's special nature. This evolution among the other reindeers demonstrates a crucial lesson about judging others and the eventual realization of their true worth. Rudolph's act of closing his eyes symbolizing a leap of faith, and the subsequent brilliant illumination of his nose represents the moment he fully embraces his identity and purpose. This powerful image of his nose lighting the way signifies not just physical guidance but also the metaphorical illumination of a path forward through adversity. The resolution firmly cements Rudolph's place of honor. He is no longer an outcast but a celebrated hero, permanently leading Santa's sleigh through any adverse conditions. Santa's declaration that Rudolph is his Christmas gift beautifully encapsulates the idea that one's unique qualities, even those initially perceived as flaws, can be the most valuable assets. The concluding reflection emphasizes the overarching moral of the story: misses what one worries about as a difference can ultimately become their greatest strength and the source of their uniqueness and fame. The story therefore serves as a timeless reminder of the importance of embracing individuality and recognizing the inherent value in every person's distinct attributes, ensuring that Rudolph's bright shiny nose will forever be a symbol of hope and acceptance.